In a bustling, sunlit school cafeteria, the air was thick with laughter and the enticing aroma of pizza and chocolate pudding. At a table near the window, where golden rays illuminated the wooden benches, sat Maya rather quietly, her brown hair pulled back into a tight ponytail. At 8 years old, she wore the worry of the world on her small shoulders, a quiet intensity that belied the sparkle of her deep-set brown eyes. Every day, as the daughter of a single mother who worked 2 jobs, cleaning offices by night and folding laundry in a laundromat during the day, Maya bore witness to the struggles of making ends meet. Their small apartment echoed with the sounds of the city, a constant reminder of the bills piling up on the kitchen table. Despite their financial hardship, Maya was not defined by want. Instead, she possessed an unrelenting kindness that radiated from her very core. Her laughter often danced along with the vibrant chatter of her classmates, but it was tempered by understanding of what it meant to sacrifice. She was the girl who'd happily opt to wear the same well-loved shirt day after day, the one adorned with a cartoon character her mother had sewn a patch over time and time again. Maya cherished the few toys she had, imagining her way through magnificent worlds of adventure, where her heart swelled with possibility, each scenario filled with engaging friends and endless fun. In her mind, she dreamed of lavish birthday parties and colorful gift wraps. However, cuddling her worn-out stuffed bear, Mr. Fluffless, under a tattered blanket was more to her taste. That Tuesday felt eerily crisp, a harbinger of the change that was about to unfold. Maya had hastily packed her lunch that morning, pawing through the tiny pantry to find the remnants of their meals. With the paltry slice of bread left, she had stretched it thin, spread a smidgen of peanut butter and a sprinkle of sugar onto it, her favorite, sweetened just enough for the day. To accompany her precious sandwich, she had cut 2 apple slices and slipped one into her faded lunchbox, hoping her mother's tired eyes would find respite knowing she had managed to put together something colorful. But what began as an ordinary lunchtime ritual was soon to shift. The cafeteria echoed with the sounds of crunching chips and giggles as Maya settled at her usual table, alone but content in her own little bubble. It was there that she noticed a new girl sitting alone, staring at an empty tray, her eyes wide with concern and uncertainty. Clara had just moved to the city from a small town, her family being new to the neighborhood and struggling to find their footing amid larger billboards and flashing lights. Maya's heart ached as she looked closer. Clara's chestnut curls hung limply around her shoulders, and in her fragile demeanor, Maya recognized an all-too-familiar loneliness. The forgotten echoes of her own recent past resurfaced, along with a subconscious flicker of hope that blossomed into compassion. With a deep breath, Maya mustered the courage to approach the new girl, ignoring the throngs of boisterous friends around her. As she stepped forward, the golden lunchbox clutched tightly in her hand felt as if it weighed a ton. "Hi. My name is Maya. Can I sit with you?" Clara's eyes flickered with surprise, but it was the hint of gratitude that warmed Maya's heart. "Sure," she whispered, her voice barely rising above the clamor surrounding them. With a beaming smile, Maya lightly plopped down beside her, intending to break the heavy silence. "I know a lot of people here, and they're really nice. We'll be friends in no time." Feeling bold, Maya opened her lunchbox, revealing its sparse contents. In the depths of her heart, she knew their significance, the delightful sweetness of her peanut butter sandwich, the burst of apple freshness, and the moments of joy they could create. "Want to share lunch with me?" she offered without hesitation, already tearing off half of her sandwich. The warmth that illuminated Clara's face reminded Maya of the golden rays hitting her earlier in the day. "You'd share with me? But won't you get hungry?" "Oh, I'll be fine," Maya responded instantly, a kinship forming through simple gestures. "Plus, I want to make sure you're okay. It's always better to munch with a friend." As Maya handed Clara the piece of her sandwich, it wasn't just a food gesture, it became a seed of friendship freshly planted in the rich soil of shared experience. The act of kindness felt like a soft tide washing over both girls, bringing hope and purpose into the bustling chaos of childhood. They gently settled into a rhythm of laughter and shared stories, 2 girls navigating the trials of life, slowly unearthing connection amidst uncertainty and fear. While the world around them buzzed with the impatience and anxieties that often defined school life, there blossomed a bond fortified by understanding and love, strong enough to unravel the threads of their individual struggles. And amidst the clanging trays, Maya unknowingly took a small step towards transforming not just their lives, but sparking a journey that would bridge the gaps of their very different worlds, intertwining them through the essence of generosity and compassion. Little did they realize that this singular moment, this simple act of sharing, would forge a friendship that would stand resilient through the trials of time, transforming their lives more profoundly than either could ever imagine. The days passed like gentle clouds drifting across the sky, and each lunchtime, Mia and Clara built a delightful rhythm of friendship. The shared sandwiches became emblematic of their bond, symbolizing not only nourishment but also the love and understanding they bestowed upon one another. Maya's kindness, once seemingly small, burgeoned beautifully, creating a ripple effect through Cedarwood Elementary. Word of the duo's friendship spread the originally disparate voices of the cafeteria into a harmonious melody. By inviting Clara into her circle, Maya fostered inclusivity, and others began to follow suit. Emma, a vibrant girl known for her impressive collection of stickers, approached Maya one afternoon, her red hair cascading like sunlight. "I saw how you talked to Clara during lunch. Can I sit with you guys?" she asked, a hint of shyness in her voice. "Of course," Maya replied, her enthusiasm infectious. And thus, another seat at their growing table was filled. As more students joined, Clara's initial nervousness began to crumble away like the crust from her favorite apple pie. Laughter echoed brighter, stories were exchanged more freely, and Clara transformed from a timid newcomer into a child with a blossoming voice, passionately sharing her new interests in art and fantasy books. This new atmosphere expanded beyond sheer friendship. Maya noticed the changes in Clara's confidence, a resurgence that sated her features and brightened her demeanor. Clara began sketching fantastical creatures during recess, crafting stories that brought joy not just to Maya but to the cluster of children who gathered around her. In her shifts, Clara shared stories about her family's struggles, how they were still finding their feet in the city and learning to navigate challenges along with their bills. Listening intently, Maya felt an overwhelming surge of empathy. "Maybe we could create something together," she proposed one breezy afternoon, the sun painting their playground with golden hues. "Like what?" Clara asked, her brow creasing with curiosity. "What if we organized an art fair?" Maya suggested, eyes twinkling. "We can invite everyone to showcase their talents, and people could pay to participate. We could donate a part of the proceeds to help families around the neighborhood, like ours." Clara's gaze widened, an amalgamation of excitement and disbelief swirling within them. That incredible. Fueled by their shared ambition, the girls rallied their classmates. They spread the word during lunch and recess, and soon, the idea took root like wildflowers in spring. A flyer was crafted, painted in watercolors and filled with bright imagery. The cafeteria buzzed with anticipation as students began to rally around the event, supporting one another and preparing for potentially life-changing opportunities. As days turned into weeks, the art fair became a labor of love. Students crafted paintings, used their collective talents to make jewelry, baked batches of cookies, and even choreographed dances. Bit by bit, they harnessed their passions, redirecting their energy towards something meaningful. The entire school felt a sense of unity like never before. Maya and Clara's friendship faltered only momentarily when the stress of preparation mingled with financial concerns. One week before the fair, the girls sat curled up in the library, books scattered around them like fallen leaves. "But what if nobody comes? What if we don't raise enough money?" Clara murmured, her fingers tapping anxiously against the desk. With a gentle smile, Maya grasped Clara's hands. "You can't let fear dictate our path. Remember how we started? Look at what we've built together. People believe in us and our cause. And even if we raise just a little, it'll still help." Their hearts were buoyed by the goodwill that surrounded them, yet tension lingered. With only a week before the fair, either had accounted for the costs of materials, permits, and a venue for the performance space. The burden weighed heavily on their shoulders, punctuating their newfound camaraderie with an unexpected challenge. That evening, Maya lay awake, dreams of creativity coursed through her mind along with shadows of doubt. Just as she began to drift into a restless sleep, an idea sparked within her. The next day at school, she swiftly approached their favorite teacher, Ms. Harper, the art known for her vibrant passion and unwavering encouragement. "Maya, I'm so proud of you for leading your classmates in this art fair. Ms. Harper exclaimed when she heard about the initiative. However, I believe that sometimes you have to think outside the box. Have you considered reaching out to local businesses? They might be interested in supporting your event. With the suggestion simmering in her mind, Maya hatched a plan. The next day, Clara and Maya pooled their resources. Armed with determination and creativity, they created a proposal, a blend of flyers and examples of the artwork collected, pitching local businesses on why they should contribute. They made calls, knocked on doors, and visited several shops around town, their spirits igniting with each meeting. That Friday afternoon, their runners dragged, and hope felt thin when they were met with silence. But then, a breakthrough, the owner of a nearby art supply store warmly embraced their initiative and generously not only supplies but also a $1,500 sponsorship. The excitement bubbled through them like carbonation in freshly opened soda. "This will help our cause tremendously," Clara squealed. Overcome with triumph, they raced back to school, pride surging in their hearts. With each local business that joined the cause, the art fair transformed into a testament of kindness reverberating through Cedarwood Elementary, forging unexpected partnerships and collective dreams. Students painted large murals, decorated spaces, crafted collaborative art, and grew resilient as a community. As the day of the fair arrived, clusters of families arrived, their curious voices swelling in the air. Bouquets of colors and laughter filled the school's halls. The art fair stood transformed into a canvas of community spirit. Brightly colored banners adorned the walls, artwork miles away from what it once was filled the spaces like lush growth after rain. Parents, and even some teachers, attended out of admiration, their hearts swelling as they engaged in the creativity of their children. Maya and Clara moved through the crowd, sharing in mingled laughter, taking pride in the joyous atmosphere that spread bright, unshakable confidence. As they sold their crafts, it became clear, this little act of kindness had grown exponentially past what they could ever foresee, the true ripple of kindness unfurling in each gleaming smile. When it came time to conclude the fair, the girls gathered around in a small but intimate circle, counting the contributions from parents and local businesses. They reached a collective total, bursting beyond their wildest dreams, immeasurably exceeding $2,000. Maya and Clara shared astonished glances, their minds quickly reflecting on the very first lunch they shared and all they had persevered through together. Excitement sparked within them, and soon they'd be making donations to local organizations that supported families like Clara's. As they prepared to weave out the funds to those they had been searching to assist, a profound sense of accomplishment seeped into the corners of their hearts. Kindness had not only forged new friendships but also summoned forth tangible change. In the following months, the duo continued to collaborate, expanding their efforts beyond the walls of Cedarwood Elementary. With their newfound determination and the power of community behind them, they initiated monthly events, gathering resources not just for themselves, but for others in need. Maya often reminisced about that lonely lunch table and how a simple decision had transformed her world, and Clara's, and even those around her. She had learned that kindness rippled outward, creating unforeseen transformations in its wake, and cemented her belief that every small act could inspire magnificent change. It was here, in their little corner of the world, with laughter and understanding, that dreams were painted in vivid strokes, and every time they'd canvases together, each brushstroke echoed the joy of their journey, a tale of kindness creating boundless opportunity, lighting up even the darkest of days with compassion and hope. As winter began to blanket Cedarwood Elementary with fluffy white snow, the warmth of friendship radiated brightly among the school community, one that had been enriched by Maya and Clara's efforts throughout the year. The art fairs, charity bake sales, and community fundraisers had transformed not only the atmosphere in their small school but also the lives of families in their neighborhood. Maya and Clara continued to innovate, brainstorm, and invite their friends to get involved. With the arrival of the holiday season, the girls envisioned their next big endeavor, an event that would illuminate the power of giving and celebrate the spirit of community. After all, nothing encapsulated the essence of their friendship more than sharing warmth and kindness in the midst of chilly December. They set out to organize the Giving Tree, a fundraiser that would ensure the local families in need received presents for the holidays. The heart of their plan was to source gifts for children who wouldn't otherwise have a joyful Christmas morning. Excitedly, they rallied volunteers, spread the word, and began collecting new toys, clothes, and gift cards from businesses who had supported them previously. The school hallways buzzed with anticipation. Students decorated the common area, transforming it into a winter wonderland complete with twinkling lights, sparkling ornaments, and colorful streamers. Maya and Clara's friendship had become more than just an act of kindness, it had morphed into a movement of generosity that inspired compassion in others. On the day of the event, the air was crisp, and volunteer parents and students set tables filled with care packages and gifts. It was a beautiful sight as Clara and Maya walked through the transformed hallways, their hearts pounding with excitement seeing so many connected by kindness. Clara paused as she noticed a group of younger children who wandered nearby, curious eyes exploring the spectacle. "Maya, look at them. They are so excited," she said, unable to hold back her laughter that mingled with the joy of those around them. "Let's invite them to help us," Maya suggested, her heart welling with inspiration. She approached the kids with Clara beside her and gathered them to help wrap gifts together. The laughter that erupted as they shared moments sat nestled cozily in their hearts, a soft reminder of the community they were cultivating. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting golden hues through the windows, families from the community trickled in, forming lines to enjoy the festivities. The Giving Tree event flourished with warmth, hearts brimming with gratitude. Maya and Clara felt an indescribable joy engulf them as they watched families select gifts and leave with newfound hope, remnants of joy etched deep in their smiles. But while their efforts cast a light over the community, both girls felt an unwavering urge to do even more. So they decided to include a booth at the event where individuals could share stories of kindness they'd experienced or witnessed, creating a blanket of compassion that would envelop everyone. As families gathered to listen to the heartwarming tales of generosity, attentiveness filled the air. Maya and Clara's peers took turns sharing their narratives, the time a neighbor had mowed the lawn for a single mom down the street or the moment a classmate helped someone struggling with homework. Each story reaffirmed the strength of community and revealed how kindness had the power to transform not just lives, but entire situations. Inspired, Clara took the mic, her eyes twinkling. "I want to share something too," she began, her voice strong yet soft. "Last year, everything changed for me when I first met Maya. I was so lost and alone. I thought I wouldn't belong where. But through her simple act of kindness of sharing an apple with me, I found something indescribable, a friendship that changed my life. It made me realize how hopeful we can be when we find support in each other." As she spoke, Maya felt the warmth of tears prick her eyes. She could remember that very first lunch, the feeling of trepidation mixed with courage, as if it had been a lifetime ago. "You're not just saying that," she whispered to Clara, nudging her with a playful grin. Clara chuckled and continued, "It turned our individual journeys into something even bigger. Together, we've built something that reaches beyond Cedarwood. Let's keep this kindness going. Your stories are just the start." Emboldened by Clara's words, Maya picked up the thread of their story, sharing how that small apple sharing moment led to the creation of community-oriented projects and how they had rallied everyone to think of others and uplift families, and how the powerful ripple of compassion through their lives, even through a little girl giving her lunch away. As their stories intertwined, those listening found themselves caught up in a wave of gratitude that brought forth ripples of inspiration. The atmosphere shimmered with hope, tangled in the wonderment of what was possible when hearts opened to the idea of helping one another. The Giving Tree flourished, and by the end of the night, parents and children along with the entire community came together, celebrating not only the gifts exchanged but the bond forged within the hearts of everyone present. As each participant left with their selected gifts, they also carried with them the gentle reminder to continue the cycle of kindness, to plant seeds that might blossom in someone else's heart. Months rolled into years, but the legacy of their commitment to kindness and generosity pressed on. Reflecting on their journey, Maya and Clara realized that it wasn't merely about raising funds but about breathing life into spirit of camaraderie, collective growth, and emotional connections. Despite challenges that arose in their lives, midterms, moving during a brief relocation, or personal hardships, Maya and Clara embraced these changes with resilience, instilled with lessons of compassion that had flourished within them. They transitioned through high school with unwavering strength, lifting one another along the way, believing that they could conquer any hardship that came their way. With their indefatigable spirit, they remained committed to their community outreach initiatives. As they ventured into their first year of college, they developed a non-profit organization called Hearts United, which focused on empowering younger generations to engage in acts of kindness that transformed their neighborhoods. Maya found her studies gravitating towards sociology, immersing herself in courses on community dynamics and social change. Clara, on the other hand, pursued art therapy, exploring how could create healing pathways for individuals. Together, they designed programs to incorporate artistic expression into their outreach projects, encouraging students to share their stories through art. Through workshops and community meetups, they instilled values of empathy in others, creating a mosaic of interconnected hearts across Cedarwood and beyond. Years later, at a reunion event hosted by their nonprofit, mothers and fathers came with children in tow, eager to attend the art showcase they had launched. Clara stood behind a booth, brimming with admiration as families banded together, filling the room with the sound of laughter, applause, and curiosity. Maya stood beside her, eyes shimmering with pride at what they had cultivated. They had come full circle. What started as an act of kindness propelled them on a journey of growth, compassion, and collaboration. Families who had once relied on the charity of others were now empowered to give, filling the room with countless smiles and recognition of their shared humanity. Maya smiled softly, proud of how far they had come. She leaned in, nudging Clara playfully. "Look at this. Can you believe it?" Honestly, Clara chuckled, her eyes sparkling. And to think, it all started with that apple. Amidst the celebration of love and progress, a mother with her child approached. "I'd like to thank you both," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Because of your kindness a few years ago, we benefited tremendously. It made us want to give back to others in turn. You ignited a flame within us, inspiring others to turn their grief into hope." Maya felt her heart swell, tears of gratitude welling in her eyes. "Thank you for sharing that. It's what we all strive for, to change lives in ways we can't always see. Together, we've created something so beautiful, and that's what matters most." As the event continued and echoes of laughter and cheer flowed throughout the community, Maya and Clara had no doubts. The journey of growing a little kindness, taking roots, blossoming, and branching out into the world could create something truly magnificent. It wasn't just about material wealth, it was about the richness of human connection and generosity, and with hearts intertwined, they left an indelible mark on those they touched. The fruits of their labor returned full circle, like the cycles of seasons, as love, hope, and kindness continued to cultivate growth within community, transforming lives one small act at a time. And as Maya looked around the room, she knew that friendship was the greatest gift of all, the intricate and beautiful tapestry woven from moments of courage, love, and humanity. Each thread representing a student's journey and the stories yet to be told.